Can you guys still hear me? Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Janila.
Hello.
How are you feeling today?
I'm okay physically.
Ooh. You didn't tell Charissa what happened.
No. Um, this is,
Now, you did talk to Brandy. She said she was coming.
hmm
Hmm.
Yeah, she said she didn't know how long she was going to be able to stay on because she has to go pick up food, but she gave me the information just in case.
Okay, great. So we are live now. I'm live
So,
on my Facebook and I am recording this. I think Charissa is live on Instagram and you're gonna go live on what platform?
Facebook.
Facebook. Okay. And we've got Anya. She joined us today.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, Nia. So we are starting our second Ask the Experts series. We host these every second Tuesday of the month at 9:30. And we encourage our listeners to write in any questions that they may have regarding real estate, mortgages, and we will answer them live as best we can. If we don't know the answer, we will get back with you because we might have to consult with another expert in real estate. So my name is Vanda Crossley. I am a realtor with EXP Realty. I'm also a lender with CTC Me Mortgage. I relocated to Houston about 8 years ago. I'd been here before and came back from Chicago. So trying to get away from the cold, but the cold seems to follow me everywhere I go. I live in a multi-generational household. There's from 85-year-olds, 60-year-olds, me and my husband, my children in their 30s, and then I have a 15-year-old granddaughter who lives with me. So we have four generations in one household. I love family, I love togetherness, and I'm also a co-founder of a co-housing community, which is an agricultural community. We're looking for some land out in the suburbs of Houston so that we can live out there, maybe 20, 30 families together and have our own community. We have networking events every fourth Tuesday of the month. Everyone is encouraged to come out if you want to get out the house, meet some people. We always have it at a restaurant so you can eat, drink, socialize. And we changed up the location. So we're at different places. Usually it's in the Katy, Richmond area. So reach out to one of us or look at my newsletter and we will have the dates on there. Also on March the 9th, we're having our first family dinner. And when I say family dinner is anyone in your family, whether it's blood related or just friends, good friends that you have, come out and break some bread with us. We love to meet you. We love to meet your family because you do business with people that you know, like, and trust. And real estate is one of the biggest investments that you're going to ever make. And you want to know the people that you're doing business with, whether it's the title people, the insurance people, inspectors, roofers, anything that has to do with the house, plumbing, anything that has to do with the house. And then things that don't have to do with the house. We have people that are in health and wellness that come out because that's still a part of your well-being, living in a house, being healthy. You want to make sure you're eating healthy, you got the right supplements, you exercise, and the whole 9 yards. So with that, let the other people introduce themselves. Who's going next? Janila?
All right, so I am Janila Brown, Janila Brown Real Estate. I am a realtor. life insurance broker and a counselor. And my biggest premise is to educate and empower people with the purchase of real estate, making sure that we're making wise decisions, right? And that you've got the information that you need, right, for your specific venture and what you're trying to pursue, your goals, right? I'm here to help you reach those goals. I was born in Oklahoma. I live in Houston currently in the Cypress area. That's also this area that I service, Cypress, Spring, Hockley, Katy. I'll really go all over right now. I've got properties in East Downtown. So I am always willing to help, educate, and just empower others to be the best versions of themselves. And I look forward to potentially working with some of you. But we're here to answer your questions today. That's a little bit about me. Hand it over to Charissa.
Thank you, Vanda and Janila. I want to start out by saying I'm a native Houstonian. I am born and raised here. I'm not really sure what that really means. So I'm just a real Texan girl. I've been worked in corporate America for over 40 years, and as well as doing real estate at the same time. So I'm kind of multitasking, and I've done that for definitely over 20 years. I enjoy working with all aspects of real estate, but I have worked more with the first-time buyers. So, the market changes. That changes a little bit, for both the buyers and the sellers, but that doesn't mean that it's not a good time for you to purchase a home. I just love doing that, just where you are in your life, and because real estate goes on, that's why it's real. Every day it changes, and let us work with you so that you can embrace those changes to your goal and your dream of purchasing your first home, whether it's the next side home, or even if you want to flip your home, or whatever it is that you need for the real estate aspect, we have it. So we're looking forward to your questions, and there is never a question that is not more important as it is to you as it is to us. So
Thank you. So Anya, I don't know if you wanted to introduce yourself or say anything, or if you just want to join in as a listener today. Either one is fine. Let us know.
Hi everyone, I'm Nia. I'm excited to be here. I'm really here to learn. I'm a newly licensed realtor, and Ms. Vanda is my mentor. So I'm just looking forward to join today and actually learn from all of you. So thank you.
Thank you. So do we have any questions that was sent in or emailed in? And if you have any questions live, go ahead and put them in any of the platforms that we have on, and we will read them off and answer your questions.
okay, I have a first-time buyer is asking, as a first-time buyer, what ways or what is more important, the credit score or the money? Which of those weighs more?
I'm going to answer that one, and I'm going to say it's the money. Cash is king. You can have a low credit score for whatever reasons, but if you have cash, they're going to find a way to make it work. There's programs like NACA that are out there, and they brag on the fact that they had a person that came in with a 315 credit score, but they were able to get him a loan because he had cash. So you need cash for your down payment, not down payment, your earnest money. When you get a home, you have to secure with the contract earnest money. Usually it's 1%, but if he puts down 5% or 2%, the more the better. They know that you're a serious buyer. And that's less money that the lender has to finance out as well. You need money for inspections. They're costing between 500, 600, depending on the size of the house. They need money for that. So you're going to need money for that. You're going to need money for moving. You're going to need money for, all these other little things that come up. So in my opinion, cash is more important than the credit score. There are certain things we can do that can be done with the credit score to bring those things up, such as decreasing your debt to income ratio, which if you got the money, you can put that toward your credit card, depending on how much money you have, to reduce that debt to income ratio.
Okay, thank you, Vanda. The other question they want to know is, what if my wife's credit is better than mine and I'm making more money? So how does that impact me trying to purchase a home?
They're both going to be on the loan. So usually both of the credit is not equal. Usually the man has more, the woman has more. It's very seldom that they both come to the table equally yoked. So if they do it together, it is good. Oh, we have another person that joined us. I want him to introduce himself, and we may have some questions for him. He's in the insurance industry. So go ahead, Mr. Burroughs.
Thank you, Vanda. My name is Ron Burroughs. I'm with Goosehead Insurance. I've been in insurance for 7 years now, so I've seen a little bit of everything as far as so far with insurance rates, flood risk, the increase of what we are having, some crazy times right now with insurance. So I definitely can give some answers if there are any to what's going on right now with homeowner and auto insurance.
Why is it going up so much? That's what we want to know.
That's the biggest question.
Yeah.
Well, it's a long story, but to put it plainly and shortly, because of all the past claims and risks that we've had over the past couple of years with the storms that we've had in the coastal areas, whether it be Texas, Louisiana, or Florida, because they've been so catastrophic, these insurance carriers are trying to recoup or get back what they paid out over the past couple of years. And even though Texas has been pretty quiet because of Louisiana and Florida with the major storms that they've had, it affects all of the coastal counties. So that's why you see the $500 to $1,000, maybe even $1,500 increase on your new premium is because these carriers have paid out so much over the past years that they're trying to recoup back what they paid out. Because if they don't, then they are threatened to end up going out of business because they just can't stay afloat with all of the past claims over the past couple of years.
Do you think it's going to go down? I mean, you said they're trying to recoup, but do you think it's going to go down in a few years once they recoup their money back?
Yes. So we've been seeing a little bit of stability in this year. They've been telling us that the end of 2024, early 2025 is when we'll start seeing some of the rates start to decline and not be so high as far as renewals. We also have a lot of carriers that are in the coastal market that are just closing out business. And because the market is so fickle now, some carriers are closing out business. Other carriers have no other option but to accept the higher market risk. And if they do accept it, now the rates have increased because it's just much of a higher risk for them. So it's definitely a trickle-down effect. Flood insurance is the same way. Before COVID, we would see flood insurance around the $450, $500 range for full coverage, and full coverage is $250,000 worth of your home being covered and $100,000 worth of your contents being covered. That same coverage now in 2024 has been changed into what we call a flood 2.0 rating. And so now it's all determined by your zip code, if there's been any floods in the area. And those numbers could look on the lower end, maybe 1,100 to 1,500 for the year. I've seen lowest at maybe 700 to 900, but the rates have increased quite a bit as far as flood damage as well, unfortunately, due to all of the major storms that we've had as well. So it's just a real crazy market right now with homeowner and flood insurance.
And so insurance gets put in with the PI as part of the PITI, principal, insurance, taxes, and interest.
Right.
So that makes your monthly payment even higher.
It does. Yeah. Yeah. So some of the key things, I tell my clients all the time, just don't let it auto renew. Don't be scared of the sticker shock. You should always be aware of when your policy is renewing and try to get ahead of it before you get that new rate increase. So if your policy is renewing, I'm just going to throw a number out there, February, end of February, early March. Don't wait until the end of February, early March. You need to be looking early February, because typically the mortgage company pays for insurance about between a month before your renewal date. So if you have a relationship, which you should, with insurance agents, reach out to them a month before, if not 2 months, and start looking at options, seeing if your renewal is the best rate out there, seeing if the market is showing an increase across the board, seeing if you can bundle your auto with your home. Maybe you haven't. Looking at, all options before that mortgage company sends that payment over, and now you are upset because your rates have increased $1,000 for the year. So it just takes a little due diligence. As insurance agents, we definitely can check rates. We definitely can see what the market is doing, but we can't automatically check it for you on your behalf. We would have to be prompted, whether it be an email, text, phone call, to hey, just check the market for me. Hey, see what we're doing. Hey, can we have a discussion about the renewal? It just takes a small conversation to get that quote going. It doesn't take much for us to do it, but we need to be in the loop of what's going on with your home and your insurance.
So having a good insurance person is somebody that you need when you're purchasing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Don't just take insurance from an online person or your mortgage lender or a family friend. You need to have that relationship, because, I get texts and phone calls all day long. I have great relationships with my clients, and I have those great relationships because we've set in stone when I issued that policy before the first year. Like, hey, here's my number. You can always text or call me. Let's look at these rates every year, see how well we're doing. If we're good, let's keep it rolling. If not, let's jump back in the system, see what's available, and let's make that decision before renewal time comes. So it's definitely good to have a good agent on your side so that you can have just a follow-up conversation.
So I have a question. They're asking, who do you recommend for insurance? I recommend the guy that's talking. His name is
Absolutely.
Burroughs.
Absolutely. My name is Herron Burroughs. I'm with Goosehead Insurance, and Goosehead is a brokerage. So brokerage means that we carry 30 plus different carriers. So if we write you with one company and you don't like the renewal, we can find other companies within my agency that we can switch you over to, or we can compare against all the other companies to see if, in fact, your renewal is what the market is pulling back, or see if there's something as a better option to switch you over to for the year.
And your phone number is?
281-381-2701. You can shoot me a text. You can give me a call. I'm always available. You know, me and Vanda, we have a good relationship. You know, we talk over the weekend. We talk, you know, whenever it needs to be done. We always make sure that it happens.
So let me ask you this. What are some of the things that affect a person's premium? I know the house, the flood and all that. What about
Yeah.
personally?
Good
What are some
question.
things? Yeah.
Good question. So the biggest thing that we're seeing carriers is roof age. So whether you're purchasing a new home or you're purchasing an existing home, you need to understand how old is that roof on that home. Right now, insurance carriers are liking the 1 to 2 year range on a roof. Anything less than 2 years might be a discussion for the carrier to look into. And I say that because in Texas, even though roofs have a 30-year lifespan, it really doesn't mean that lifespan is 30 years on a roof in Texas. With the hailstorms that we have, with the high wind that we have, roof age really doesn't last. Maybe 12 to 15 years, and 15 years might be pushing it. There's a lot of granular loss, the little sandy coating that's on roofs. The carriers look at to see if there is enough life on that roof age. So make sure that when you're purchasing a home or if you're looking at a home, the roof will become a major factor in a home purchase or with insurance, will insuring it. Another big thing is the piping. Is it galvanized, which is the metal pipes? A lot of carriers don't like the metal piping because it can rust, it could corrode. And once that small metal pipe bursts and you have something affecting that, once you get that fixed, now the other parts of the home might be having some conditions. So the PVC, the PEX, which is the rubber type plastic pipes, those are best options. The galvanized piping and roof ages over 15 will become a major issue with trying to find some good insurance.
So the roof and the plumbing. What about electricity?
Electrical definitely plays a factor, but I would definitely say the roof and the plumbing are the top two. With electrical, needs to be copper. Anything older than copper will become an issue. The aluminum wiring is frowned upon with insurance trying to insure it. They would rather see it being upgraded to the copper wires.
Being that you mentioned the roof, solar panels, right, affect the roof and the age. So can you talk to us a little bit about what you're seeing there with insurability?
So insurance carriers will insure it. It just becomes more of a risk because it has to be included with the homeowner insurance policy. So we need to know how many panels are on the roof, the valuation of those panels, because it needs to be included with the homeowner insurance policy. God forbid the home burns down. If those panels are not covered with the rebuilding of the home, now you are out of the amount that it costs to insure or put those panels back on your home. So panels can be included with the insurance policy. It needs to be noted how many panels are there on the roof and the valuation of those panels so it can be included on the total amount.
Okay, perfect. And then many people are familiar with like car insurance discounts and multiple cars,
Right.
things like that. Is there anything with, as we're talking about alleviating some of the financial increase, right? Are there any discounts or things that people can take advantage of on their homeowners insurance policy?
Yeah. Most insurance carriers will bundle with the auto to get a bit of a discount. It just depends on carrier, case by case scenario. Some carriers give discounts for a VA loan. You get discounts for the alarm certificate. Some carriers give discounts for being a senior age, above 50. So it just depends on which carrier we use, what options are available. And again, that's something that you bring up to the insurance agent once you are looking over the policy and you're looking for some discounts. Like, just have a conversation like, hey, what discounts are available for me as a new home buyer or a refinancer? So, that's something that we definitely can look at case by case depending on the carrier. But yes, there are discounts available.
Thank you so much.
What
And
about,
guys, if you have any questions for an insurance agent, he is live now. That's who's talking, Herron Burroughs with Goosehead Insurance. So as people are joining the chat, please feel free to ask your questions.
Absolutely.
I have
What
a question. A home buyer was brought by a major carrier stating that their home was no longer insurable. So if you could just talk a little bit about why all of a sudden the home is not insurable by a lot of the major insurance carriers. And
Yeah,
then
good
what is the
question.
homeowner to do?
Good question. Good question. So we are seeing a lot of that. And that kind of goes back to what I was stating in the beginning. These carriers are trying to stay profitable. So what they're trying to do is alleviate a lot of the bigger risks off their book of business. And the way that they do that is by non-renewing or canceling the renewing policy for those clients. It doesn't mean the clients did anything wrong. It doesn't mean that the home is a bad home, but they're seeing the valuation of the property. And if a major event could happen, replacing that home with that higher value could possibly bankrupt or cause that company to go out of business. So they're just trying to take off a lot of properties that are on the higher end, more expensive. What I've seen a lot is, the higher valued homes, 500 plus, 600 plus. Some of those properties they're just trying to get rid of so that, they can still stay profitable. So what I say to that again, have their relationship with the agent. They usually send out a letter about 30 to 60 days before renewal. So that should be the time that you start looking for some quoted options, something that works still in the same ballpark with what you currently have insured your property at.
Thank you. I just want to confirm, what did you say the name of your insurance brokerage is?
So I'm with Goosehead Insurance.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
what about a person's personal credit and background? How does that play in?
Yes, credit does play a small factor in insurance rates. We don't look, even though we might ask for your credit number, it doesn't pull, it doesn't affect your credit score. It looks at the number itself to get the rate that we need for insurance. Most, if not all, insurance carriers in Texas rate on credit score. So even if they don't ask for it, the insurance carrier still looks at it via your past address, current address, birth date information. Some carriers will ask for a credit number, but again, it doesn't affect your credit score. So don't get freaked out. But we need that number to get the best credit score to get you that best rate. So yes, credit does affect homeowner insurance. Unfortunately, we're one of the states that it does. Some of the states don't, but Texas, we do.
Yeah, that is great. That is great news to know. Sometimes the first time home buyers, they don't really know, the cost of the insurance, or, not realizing that the credit score also impacts.
Yes, it does. Absolutely, 100%.
Impact that.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
These are,
great information.
Yeah, these are all good questions. I'm glad you guys are asking that because a lot of these things, some of the homeowners or new home buyers don't know. So yeah, please try to work on that credit before you purchase a home or during your purchase. That could definitely help lower the homeowner insurance quite a bit.
I have another question. So, is it best to just pay the insurance up for the year or have it monthly or do it by, I guess like, maybe like half of the year?
Yeah, good question. So it's all depending on the mortgage loan and the client's availability to pay for it, basically out of pocket. Some mortgages require homeowner insurance to be included with the loan. Some mortgages do not. That's a question you would have to ask your lender. But if you want to pay for it out of pocket, it definitely will help lower your monthly mortgage payment. And there are options to pay for it in full directly. There are options to pay quarterly. You could do 10-month payments. There are a lot of options to pay homeowner insurance directly if you can afford to do that. Yeah, good
You
question.
also offer for our buyers who are not quite ready yet, right? Do you also offer renters insurance?
Yeah, 100%. Yes, we absolutely can do renter insurance for that client that's in the process of, looking to switch over. Yeah, we have some renter insurance options. And I think that's a good segue, at least get renter insurance, find a good agent you can stick with. And once you start looking, that same agent can start quoting you on the insurance for that property. So, it's always good to have a good agent that you can build a relationship with instead of just going online to find insurance.
You get online, you're gonna get bombarded with a whole bunch of
Yeah, a whole bunch of stuff, that you don't know, you may not need, and a whole lot of information that doesn't make sense. So you need somebody that can kind of walk you through, let you know what you need, what you don't need, what type of coverages make sense, the deductibles that make sense. You need to have somebody in your pocket that can kind of walk you through insurance because it's very confusing. Insurance can be. It's quite a bit. And if you don't know what you're getting, when a situation may happen, God forbid, whether it be a pipe burst or a fire or smoke damage, you think you may have coverage for it because you have insurance on your home. But some of these things are added as endorsements. And if it's not endorsed, it's not included, and you have to pay for it out of pocket or sell a home, unfortunately, because you can't make those adjustments to the home. So it's always good to speak with the agent or have an agent look over your policies.
Does your company also do car insurance, like if it needs repairing? Like,
So no, we don't have partnerships right now with auto warranties or home warranties. Um, that was something that we looked at, but it just didn't move the needle enough for us. But I do have options that I could send to you. I do have options that I used in the past or personally that I can send to you to kind of go over what you need, what it looks like. So yes, we definitely can have those conversations, but I don't have them as part of my business as of right now.
but you're a good resource for somebody that,
Absolutely. A great resource. Yes.
okay?
Awesome. Very good. I don't have any more questions on my screens. Do y'all have any more
Let's see.
for as far as insurance?
Nope, I don't either. And you're welcome, Miss Rosalind. She said, thank you for this information.
Good.
She's purchasing a new home, so a lot of that wouldn't apply, but she's got a new roof, new piping, all that. So
Perfect. Yeah.
she'll probably be in
Awesome.
touch with you.
Yeah, please do reach out.
Yeah, because I think it's always a great idea, like you said, to review your insurance, because I think I kind of learned that the hard way, is that the pipes really are not a part of your insurance.
Yeah.
So a part of that endorsement that is not really there. And with so many global weather, condition changes, you just really never know what really affects
Yeah.
that happens until something happens, and then you realize you're not covered.
Yeah, absolutely.
With
Absolutely.
that,
Yeah. And it's
good
getting
idea to
scary.
review.
It's getting scarier and scarier every year with all of these weather conditions. I think I saw in the news last week that they were, already talking about, a crazy storm season that they're potentially thinking we might have this year. So, it's always good to have those conversations and at least talk about flood insurance, at least look at flood insurance rates because, unfortunately, people think they don't need flood insurance until, it's raining 5 days over their home and
Right.
they don't know what's going on. So, yeah, it's very important to look over your policy. It's very important to, in this Houston market, talk about flood insurance just to see where you are, what you have, and what you can get.
Mhm.
And that's a great idea because it's a huge investment. And like you said, you definitely want to protect that investment because that is where you live. You want it
Yeah,
to stay your dream home, and because that's a lot of money out of pocket if not enough coverage has been obtained prior to you needing it.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
So do you mind repeating your company and your telephone number again, just in case some people may have been just joining and just don't, know what we're actually been, talking about? Because not only it's the home insurance, but it's, your full service where you're covering the car, the rental, and other things that may be
Yeah, life
needed for
insurance,
them.
that's a whole nother conversation. Yeah, so a little
Oh,
bit of
that's okay.
everything. Yes, my name is Herron Burroughs. I'm with Goosehead Insurance. My direct number is 281-381-2701. You can text or call if you have questions about insurance, if you just want to look over your policy, if you just want to shop your policy. I'd be more than happy to go over anything insurance and help you out as best as I can. Now, I can't get you the best insurance all the time, but I can give you great information on insurance. I definitely can quote your insurance and see if you're in a great space. And we can at least have a discussion about what you need or if the policy you have is a great policy.
If
So
anybody
thank you
has
so
any,
much for saying that, because I definitely, we're about the education. Obviously, that's why we're doing this every
Right.
second Tuesday. So I appreciate you saying, you can only work with what you can work with, but you will have a conversation to make sure that with what they have, you're going to work the best options for them. So
Absolutely.
definitely
Absolutely.
appreciate that.
Yeah. And that's what I'm here for. A lot of people don't understand, as insurance agents, they think they're trying to, win your business or get you to switch over. But the biggest thing is understanding the insurance. The biggest thing is making sure that you're covered correctly. I don't mind not winning the business, but I do and I tell my clients this all the time, save my information, save my number. No, we didn't get your business, but I can still be an avenue that you can have a conversation with in the long run. Hey, let's have a follow-up call in 6 months to a year. I don't mind that. I don't have to take your business for you to still reach out to me to have insurance questions. That's what I'm here for. That's why I've been to training. That's why I have the license. That's why that's what I love to do, to be honest. So I want to be that avenue for you if ever you need insurance.
Thank you so much for sharing your information about your Goosehead Insurance Company. It'll definitely be beneficial for for anyone, in regardless of what it is, because that is very important to protecting our assets, whether we are owning or whether we're renting.
Absolutely, absolutely. It was a pleasure. I thank you guys for having me here.
I'm gonna shop you with the company I have now. I got USAA, but
Yeah,
you know,
they're expensive, but they're a good company.
yeah. And we've just had them for so long, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
I should have
I
stopped.
love USAA.
Yeah, they're a good company.
Let's see, is
I
there any
love
more
it.
questions
So
here? I have no more
very,
questions on my screen.
yeah, I have no more on insurance. I do have a title question, and Brandy did answer that for us. So we'll get into that question. Thank you so much, Ron. So the title question we have is my husband has passed away. I have a VA loan. What do I need to do to, do I need a new title or do I need new title insurance? Okay. So that was the question. Spouse has passed. Do I need to get a new title? Both names are on the loan. Do I need to get a new title or do I need to get title insurance? Right. And so the response from the title agent was, do you have the name removed off the loan? The living spouse would have to qualify. So if you have their name removed off the loan, then the spouse that is living, the surviving spouse, would have to qualify for that new loan, talking in terms of um, doing the loan or refinancing the loan, right? So during a refinance, if you chose to refinance, you could have that person removed during that process. But again, you have to qualify, surviving spouse has to qualify for that refinance. Okay. The other thing is, if you want to have it taken off of title, then you're just going to need to go to a real estate attorney in order to have it removed off the title. So the two processes, you have the option of refinancing the loan. During that process, you can have that person, the deceased spouse, taken off of the loan during that time. And then you would go to a real estate attorney in order to have it taken off the title. Okay. And then this would give you the full ability to do what you need to at this with the home, with the title, without having to go through that whole process. So a lot of times we see delays in real estate transactions because this has not been taken care of prior to selling the home. So it's not that it can't be sold, it's not that it can't be done, but it does take a little bit more time to get those things cleared up, to establish, okay, turn in paperwork saying that this person's deceased, all of those things. So if you can get ahead of it and go ahead and reach out to the real estate attorney and get that taken care of, then it would be in your best interest prior to needing to sell or wanting to sell the home. And if you need a referral, please don't hesitate to reach out. We can get you a referral of wonderful real estate attorneys that can assist you with that process. Very good question. Does anybody have anything to add to that question?
No, ma'am.
Right. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, good stuff. That was the last question that I had overall. Do y'all have any other questions on your end? Nope.
Nope, I don't.
Very good, very good. Well, we hit it, and that's some really great information. I think we touched on a lot of great topics. Again, if you are tuned into the live, please don't hesitate to put your questions in the chat. Vanda, if you will go over upcoming events again. just so people know where they can see us in person and the different things that we've got going on.
Sure. So February 27th, we're going to be a little taste of the South for a meet and greet. Everyone is welcome to come out, whether you know us or whether you don't know us. Come on out and meet us and, break bread with us. That's located at I-10 and Katy Gap across from Katy Mills Mall. It's a Cajun Southern restaurant, little taste of the South. And then on the March 9th, we're going to have a family dinner at that same location. So reach out to us. We do have both events on Eventbrite. If you forget, you want to register, just come on out. The one on the 9th is a $25 charge because you will be getting dinner. So just want to let you know that part.
Wonderful, wonderful. And then I have open house that will be coming up this weekend on Saturday for my Hushin Street property. We were there this past weekend, had a great time meeting folks and working towards getting this house sold. It is at 1326 Hushin Street. Please feel free to join us from 12 to 2. I'm going to do a 12 to 2 this weekend. For sure on Saturday, I'm still looking at getting Sunday booked, but for now, 12 to 2.
So
It was a beautiful home.
I'll probably come and join you for that. And then after that, I'm going to ride out to Cleveland because if you guys don't know, Cleveland has a lot of new homes out there that they're building. And they're all, the ones I looked at are under 300,000, and some of them are 6-bedroom homes. 5 and 6-bedroom homes under 300,000 in Cleveland, Texas. So I'm gonna go out there and do some video, meet the salespeople, look at the houses and the community. So I looked at it on the map and it's not as far up on the map. Like they have a lower part that's closer to 99. So even though it's Cleveland, it's not all the way up in Cleveland. It's, I guess, the lower part of Cleveland. So that's an option. And it's only like a 30-40 minute drive from downtown Houston.
Absolutely. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. Cleveland is on the up and coming circuit, but people more or less think about it as 59 North. And so they're like, oh, that's too far. So that's a great point that you mentioned that there's that little pocket at 99 that brings the connectivity.
Too far from what? Too far from downtown Houston or too far from, what is it too far?
Houston's an hour away from Houston. So like all relative, right? So I think Katy, Cypress, yeah.
If you work from
it's all
home,
relative.
if you work from home and you live north side, you work north side, Cleveland is a great option.
It is easy access to downtown, the medical center, all of that. So I can't wait to see those videos, ma'am.
Yeah,
Right. And not only that, but New Caney also has new homes that they are featuring under $200,000.
Under
So I
200?
definitely will be visiting that area over there to do that and get a chance to post about those homes that they are featuring at the under $200,000. And it is also going up north and easy access. The area is definitely growing there for sure. So definitely, so watch out for the post that I'm going to present. And also I'd like to comment on Janila's open house. Listen, this is in the 3rd Ward area, and if you ever wanted to go and be in a subdivision that is there, it is a really nice area. It's a small pocket of the neighborhood that is very, very close to the rail and the universities that are there at TSU and University of Houston. It is a complete makeover and just featuring being part of that historic district out there. It's wonderful and with room to grow in that space, even with a backyard area. So that is just great features, not many there. And if you're a home buyer looking and want to know how you can get that, reach out to me. I'm at 713-805-1615, and you're more than welcome to text or call me, and I would love to start that process with you. Or if you know someone else who wants to be in that district, by all means, reach out to one of us.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for that. It is a great property, a great remodel. The renovator did a phenomenal job. Like, somebody's going to be very happy and satisfied with this property. It's beautiful and
Yes.
functional. Like, the functionality of it is great. So
Yeah, I love that
definitely
each
check it out.
bedroom has their own bathroom. That's what I
Mhm.
like.
Yes, and it's spacious. Like, there's a lot of space. The open concept between living, dining, and kitchen. You just walk in and it's just open, free space, and you don't think you're going to get that. Looking at it from the outside, you don't think like you're going to get that much space, but it really is spacious. The bedrooms are spacious. Even the smallest of the four has great spacing. And then, to your point, all of the bedrooms have an ensuite bath for privacy. It just really is a great option. So, yeah,
Mhm.
I'm going to get it sold.
You will, you will.
Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Do we have anything else? We've covered our events for
I had
this
a
week.
question for Brandy regarding a person wanting to pay cash for a house, but she's not here, so I don't have
Okay.
anything else.
Gotcha. Okay.
And there are forms,
Well,
so I know if they're in the United States, that money needs to be seasoned. It has to stay in the bank account, has to be in the bank account at least 2 months. But I'm not sure how to do a foreign transaction, so I'll have to refer to her and I can give you guys an update next month.
yes. We will pin that question. So just to be clear, the question is if it's a foreign buyer wanting to pay cash for a property, what does that look like? And that's a good point because we are EXP agents. And so we are able to do business in all 50 states and 20 countries. So, we are global agents. We're not just, we maybe have our Texas license, but with EXP, our brokerage, it allows us to connect with other EXP agents in 20 other countries, all 50 states, in order to do business and service you fully, right? And so that's a really great point that you bring up. We may have foreign buyers, international buyers that are looking to purchase investment properties here. Maybe they're relocating. I am certified in relocation. So all of those opportunities are available to you within one agent, right? We can help you get to where you need to be and create and navigate a plan. Brandy does have a class this Thursday on loans for international agents. So we will definitely tune into that. And like you said, get the answers from the other experts within the industry, right? We are tapped in. We had Herron Burroughs from Goosehead Insurance here with us today. Just tapped into all the experts that you need to successfully complete a whole transaction from beginning to end, and have a wonderful experience with us. We're each committed and dedicated to taking care of you and making sure that you get the best service possible.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
So I guess we don't have anything else. We can end.
All right. Good stuff, ladies. We will have a close it out today, and then we will see you next month in March, the second Tuesday, for another Ask the Experts. Bye,
Thank you.
guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.